Hello, I'm Tyler, and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. Today we have a very special guest, Stephen Cooley himself.
Yay, I'm so excited to be a guest on my own show.
Thank you for joining me on your own show. So,
well, thank you.
Had a few questions for you. Wanted to help get to know you a little bit. So,
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about who you were before this amazing career in real estate.
Well, thank you for asking that, Tyler. I got into business 30 years ago when I was just turned 21 years old, so there's really not a big life before real estate. I barely can remember being 23 now at this age, but I grew up on a small farm in the rural part of Spartanburg County. Our TV would get one station, CBS. We didn't go many places, didn't travel much. So when I came to Rock Hill to go to Winthrop University, which is where I graduated from, it was my first venture out away from home. And then right when I graduated, I got into real estate, and my name was Steve, and they printed my one real estate sign they gave me. I think back then, Tyler, it cost about $15, and they printed that sign with Stephen on it. And I didn't have the money to change the sign.
Wow.
So I just changed my name to Stephen.
You went by Steve up until that point.
So Stephen and real estate started the same day.
Yes.
Stephen came into existence when real estate started because of that sign.
It's definitely changed your life in a lot of ways, and that's one of them. So what separated you as this young man getting into real estate? What separated you from the rest of the pack?
Well, growing up on a farm, and I also worked at a local restaurant that my parents were friends of the owners, and I worked there from 6th grade to my sophomore year in college. The same restaurant, which was a block from my parents' house. I could walk to work. And whether it was on the farm or in the restaurant, I always was told that I was the hardest worker. When I quit the restaurant, the owner cried, and I was 17 years old. And I'd been working there 6 years. And so I knew then that I needed to be in a business that rewarded me for being a hard worker, and not a business that paid everybody the same no matter how hard they worked. And so I did know that. And I also had this love for architecture and old homes. When I was young, I'd get my mom to ride through the old neighborhoods in Spartanburg that had a lot of architecture, and I'd just look out the window.
Yeah. Marvel at the creations.
And marvel at the creations of real estate. And so I always had that attraction, and I always wanted to help people. I still really do want to help people. As you know, I'm very involved in the community now with different outreaches to animals and adults. And so real estate's allowed me to help people.
Yes, it's a great avenue to help people, and you've done a great job with the Humane Society, at the healthcare clinic in Rock Hill.
Yeah.
So look at what you've created. It's been almost 30 years now, or just at 30 years in your career?
Yeah, and I want to brag on Rock Hill and Fort Mill and South Charlotte and all the places we're moving into. No one's ever heard of them in the real estate industry. So when we win awards, and we won top 10 in the world last year with Keller Williams in units sold, and they hear Fort Mill and Rock Hill, they're going, where is this place? Where's this gold mine at? And so I really feel like I've also started a career in the best place to start it. And the people who have moved here and who live here have certainly been kind to me, and I really appreciate that.
So what are the next steps? How are we going to grow? How are we going to continue to grow?
Well, I really do believe that we help families. I mean, real estate is the #1 investment that people have, and they only sell every 7 to 12 years. And by the time they sell, the real estate market's so different than when they sold 6 or 12 years ago, even how real estate is done legally. And so it's an honor to get involved in that and really help people. So the growth of the company is extending our wings out into the Charlotte metro market, coming up from South Carolina, which is where we've been for mostly of the 30 years, and then taking over the Charlotte metro area too, because all that is now one city. And we're real proud to be in South Carolina. South Carolina is one of my favorite places in the world, but we truly are a mega metro that really involves the Charlotte area and the Charlotte airport and all that.
Just the greater Charlotte area.
Yeah, and if you look to why we were all moved here, got transferred here, went to school here, it's probably because it was such a big, large metro area, not just the small cities.
That's why I came here from Rhode Island many years ago.
Yeah.
Many years ago. And so one more question about you. What do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, and as you know, because you've done it with me before, is I love CrossFit. I love boot camps. I love really physical exertions like mud runs and hiking and all that. I can hike 18 hours a day, but I want to go back to a 4 or 5-star hotel to sleep that night. But and also I have a daughter and a dog, and I love being home and that kind of thing. I read a lot. I really read in the industry stuff about real estate or how to run a group of people, which is what I do. And so I really enjoy that too. I've really gotten into podcasts here recently and knocking out a podcast a day in my car.
Yes.
So those type things.
You can build a following very quickly that way. And I just want to add, there is no one else that I know that is more passionate about anything that as you are as passionate about real estate.
Yeah,
So-
you know, it is the second greatest need in mankind, food being first, and then when you feed a human, they look for shelter. And so shelter is something that we sell. And then in the beautiful United States of America, they've made it very advantageous to own real estate. I have friends who sell real estate all over the world, and the government doesn't necessarily make it easy to buy real estate. You got to put 20 to 50% down in some countries. Some countries you can go to jail for foreclosure. There are countries that interest rates are extremely high. You do not write off your mortgage interest or your taxes you pay on real estate in almost all countries other than America. So it's really been it's a great country to promote home ownership. And what that does long term, Tyler, is causes people to build wealth within their family and with their home. And my goal I think everyone's goal in real estate should be, when you're probably going to buy that first house in your 20s, and you're probably going to move 5 to 7 times if you're the average, but your goal is for the real estate to be paid off by the time you retire. And you can do that if you strategically make decisions in where you move, when you move, how you move up, and that's moving up 4 or 5 different times.
Right.
But having a home debt free by the time you quit work is an achievable goal for every single American.
Okay. Yes. Like you said before, it's the #1 wealth building tool in
Number
America,
one.
and I'm thankful.
90% of Americans' wealth is in real estate. So, Tyler, also want to thank you for really focusing on the community with these videos you're doing.
Well,
They're
thank you.
fantastic. You've built up a big following for that. Not only are you bringing focus to great places for people to eat and enjoy activities in York County, but you're also focusing on some nonprofits that need a spotlight shined on them. So I really appreciate that. Tell folks how to watch those.
Well, you can watch them. Just go to YouTube, In Town with Tyler. You can also find me on Facebook, Tyler DiProtoro, and on Instagram at In Town with Tyler.
Well, thank you. If folks are interested in buying or selling real estate in our viewing area, how should they reach you, Tyler?
They can find me online, tyler.stephencooley.com. Reach me at my email, tyler@stephencooley.com, or call me 803-325-3175. Thank you for watching today's show. We've got some beautiful homes for sale in your area, and we'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.